It's very quiet. I'm being democratic here. This bit of the room is more talkative. We'll start with you. We're not going to forget that. You, sir, do tell us who you are.
I am Oki, and I am a Nigerian by heritage and British. My question to you, sir, is, I've travelled quite a bit in Africa, and mainly West Africa, and I find a lot of similarities between African countries in western coast of Africa. But particularly in Nigeria, there's an adept level of social corruption. And social corruption is down to airports, roads, policing, trying to get my child into school. It is at a very, very minor, down as you cascade down society. And I don't think, particularly, that chasing the guys who've embezzled billions of Nigerians' money would solve the problem. There is a critical social problem in Nigeria. And I don't think the government is addressing that. Because if you go to the police officer, he wants a bribe. You try to put your child into school, he wants money from you. You go to an airport that was touted, is built, and you can't see what they've built. There's literally water leaking through the ceilings of airports. Power cuts at airports. And it's actually very, very embarrassing. So for me, I want to ask you a question. What is the government doing on the level of social corruption that we have in the country? Because I don't think the government is tackling that. And the second question is, you quite mentioned the political elite. And my question to you, sir, is, who are the political elite? And are you not part of the political elite? And what are you doing to help solve the crisis that we have in Nigeria today? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to take a few questions here because time's beginning to run out. On social corruption, Chatham House has a big project, and we did a pilot study already, and we're doing another bigger study now, funded by the MacArthur Foundation. So I'm very happy with my colleague Lizzie Donnelly to talk to you about that afterwards.
Okay.
Sir, over there.
Hello, good morning. My name is Chief Warner. I'm a member of Chatham House and a member of the Defence Cultural Specialist Unit. I have two questions, mainly on Boko Haram. So it's two questions. The first is in relation to the Boko Haram narrative. We've been told continuously Boko Haram is technically defeated. And yes, in a military sense it is technically defeated, but it's obvious that Boko Haram has evolved, they've changed their tactics and their practices. Isn't it time for the Nigerian government to evolve as well and start changing and try and take control of the narrative from Boko Haram? Because it's one thing to say they're technically defeated and our forces keep getting overrun, but it kind of defeats that narrative. So isn't it time to start changing the messaging? And again, still on messaging, we continuously get things like, as you mentioned, press releases, press conferences. Yes, Boko Haram produces, very well produced videos, good videos that look very professional. The Nigerian government doesn't seem able to win that media battle. As the information minister, don't you think that this is something that we could do better at? There are many Nigerian media professionals who could help with taking control of the Nigerian narrative and beating Boko Haram at their own game. Thank you. Thank
you very much. Have we got any more questions? So, quick, one question.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Uchi Demiri. I'm a member of Chatham House. Just speaking to the security thing, question is, what's the federal government's policy on paying, kidnappers or paying for ransom, whether you look at the Northeast or, the Southeast where it's prevalent?
Thank you very much. You, sir? Security, so paying ransoms, for example.
Okay.
Yeah. The gentleman there. Thank you, sir.
So,
do tell us who you are, please.
My name is Manu. I'm a researcher here in London. In September, I drove from Lagos to Abuja, and I counted 64 times I was asked a bribe from either the police, the customs. There were quite a few different services on the way. I drove for that purpose. So you talk about fighting corruption. What are you doing to fight corruption on the streets rather than within the elite?
Thank you very much. And yes, we'll take you. You're being very patient.
Yeah, good morning.
My name is Kayode Olawi. I'm a Nigerian based here in the UK. Alhaji Lai, good morning, sir. So to take you back to the wage structure mentioned by our friend here. Now, going back to you mentioned the legislature, but the executive, in my view, also need to look at the cost of governance. And I think that the fact that the cost of governance is so high, it's very lucrative to go into politics. And I believe that when the president declared his assets, even many governors and people within the same political party did not declare their assets. Until today, we don't know what it is that the governor earns, or indeed how governance is costed. Thank you.
Thank you. So that's it. I'll ask just one question, Minister. Last week in Bali, the IMF and World Bank at the annual meeting, the IMF downgraded their expectations for Nigeria from 2.1 to 1.9% growth GDP next year, also increased inflation. So it's a business question, basically. What is the vision of a Buhari administration in terms of getting economic growth and attracting more foreign direct investment and diversifying the economy beyond oil and gas in particular? Thank you very much.
Well, I take the last question first. What is the Buhari administration doing to enhance economic growth? I think the government has been focused on its policies, which is you must invest in infrastructure. Without investing in infrastructure, there can be little or no growth. And from a paper, I think I said, in an unprecedented move, this government has invested over $7.5 billion just in 2 years in power, in roads, in bridges, and in water. I'm going to have a fair understanding of what this government has achieved in the area of infrastructure. When we came in 2015, the entire power production in Nigeria was 2,650 megawatts. That is, it's just a pittance. But I can assure you that today, we do generate over 7,000 megawatts of power from 2,560. And this is despite the fact that power has been privatized. But what we've done as a government is to create that enabling environment to allow the privatized GENCOs and distribution companies to improve on the activity. We put together a 71 billion guarantee for the GENCOs to ensure that if they generate power, we will pay while the DISCOs are sorting them out. In terms of roads, we constructed 750 kilometers of roads in 2.5 years and be able to rehabilitate 650 kilometers of road within the same time. But without power, without roads and rail, there's no way the economy of the country can go. And this is why this government remains committed and focused on providing infrastructure. Again, in the area of social intervention, this government has done what most governments have failed to do in Nigeria before. Today, under our social intervention program, we feed 7.5 million students, 1 meal a day, all over Nigeria. And this is important for us because we see these children as the future of the country. That 1 meal a day is probably the only meal that is assured of these children, these children in the whole day. So yes, we face challenges, but we remain focused, and we believe that in the next coming months, especially when we have completed the Lagos-Ibadan end of the standard rail line, we have also completed the Ibadan Expressway and other infrastructure. The economy will pick up. There's the issue of the gentleman who traveled from Lagos to Abuja said that there were 4 collecting points on the way. You see, one of the first things we did as a government was to embark on an advocacy campaign change begins with me. Every Nigerian must be part of that change. And we try to inculcate in Nigerians the spirit of patriotism and why they must fight corruption. So we want everybody to join us in fighting corruption. We will not say that what happened, but I think it does happen because of collusion, between even Nigerians and the officials. But we will continue not just with advocacy. Each of these agencies also has a monitoring unit, to check what's going on. But at times it's not always possible, to stop this. But what I can assure you is that we need sustained advocacy. We need to ask ourselves, what kind of country do we want for ourselves? Then the issue of security risked by ransom and you see, the truth of the matter is that we inherited, there's none of this security that was created by this government. Whether it's IPOP, whether it's the militancy in the South, whether it's Boko Haram. But we can say very clearly that this government has taken itself very well of these challenges. I'll take Boko Haram for instance. At the time we came in, 20 out of the 7 local governments in Borno State alone was under the effective occupation of Boko Haram. That's what I said about it's an area about 3 sides of Lebanon. But today we can say, without any fear of condition, not one single inch of Nigeria is under the territory, is under the control of Boko Haram. They operate now from the Lake Chad Islands between Niger and Chad and Cameroon. Now, when I went to Bama on the 5th of December 2015, between Bama and Maiduguri, there was no single regular traffic on the road. Today, not only has life returned fully to the northeast, even league matches have been played in Maiduguri today. Bama has also been rehabilitated and life has come to normal in the northeast. The various security operations has also quelled the kidnapping and the other antisocial activities in other parts of Nigeria. But every country will continue to face its own challenges, and the Nigerian government is not an exception. But one thing is that we're on top of the matter. But the issue of security again should be looked at from a global perspective. Terrorism is not unique to any country, but it takes various forms in various parts of the world. And I'm sure we hear from the US, it's one of the most advanced countries in the world, how they also grappling with their own terrorism. So, and that is why it's important to work together with global partners, with other countries in stemming terrorism. Terrorism that we have in Nigeria today might be homegrown, but is being largely financed by the Islamic State for West African province that has a link with Al-Qaeda and other terrorist organizations in the world. Mr. Kennedy, you asked about executive salaries. Well, I don't know how much senators earn, but I know how much I earn, and that is barely enough for me to survive. I don't know which other question I want to answer. I think there's the issue of social corruption. Yes. Well, you see, I think we said we should stop chasing those who have stolen our money and concentrate on providing infrastructure. What are we going to use to provide for infrastructure if people continue stealing our money? I just told you now that between between 2007 and 2013, just 55 Nigerians embezzled 1.34 trillion naira. When we calculated it, that money, just 1/3 of it, will build us 2,000 housing units. And to complete the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway 5 times, there will still be enough money to build one modern hospitals in every state of the Federation. Just that's 1/3, that 1.3 trillion. If the country continues to bleed, and we say we should concentrate on infrastructure, we should concentrate on security, what are we going to use to do it? So I don't think any country can survive this constant bleeding. And the thing about public that we must make Nigerians realize that corruption is inimical to growth. We're not spending undue, we're not wasting undue energy on chasing them. We put in place mechanisms, we put in place commissions that can address these issues, while the government is concentrating on providing the necessary infrastructure facilities for Nigerians. But to say that we should stop chasing those who are corrupt, I think it becomes counterproductive, because you have been nothing for you to even execute your programs.
Okay, on that point, I think we should end this meeting slightly over, but it was a good discussion. So I want to thank Honourable Alhaji Lai Mohammed, the Minister of Information and Culture, for being with us for the last hour, talking about Nigeria's national unity towards participation and shared values. As Alex finds, the head of the African Programme at Chatham House, I also want to thank those who were live streaming in. Thank you for following this open meeting at Chatham House today on Nigeria's national unity towards participation and shared values. And I do want to just acknowledge the High Commissioners of Nigeria and Cyprus. Thank you for participating and listening to us here too. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
So with no more ado, let's thank the Honourable Minister for his time.